Oh, and I never noticed this. I'm here at the BTS station. There's a handicap marker where when you get on the train, there'll be a special seat belt on the bulkhead for a wheelchair. I never noticed it. Over here's the elevator, and maybe there's another one up there. I know people that are with sight issues, they'll escort them up to the train and put them on the front cart, and then I think they radio ahead to whatever station. Yeah, so here's the where you can clamp in your wheelchair. And yeah, I don't see it. Well, no, it's here as well. But for sure, where you'll see the one marking on the ground, you'll have access to that cart having this strap. And here's an elevator. I think they have elevators at almost all the BTS stops now. I remember years ago, maybe it's been a decade, where people were complaining that getting around Bangkok is a little tricky if you're in a wheelchair especially, and they were talking about the stairs coming up to the BTS. So maybe they were built after the fact. They are kind of they look like a little bit of an afterthought, but at least they're here. There'll be a way to get up, and at many stations there are escalators. So even if the old knees don't want to really deal with the stairs, you might be able to find an escalator somewhere. Now these are pretty long BTS stops, so you might have to walk another block out of your way to get to the escalator. Not quite that far, and that might be a bit of an exaggeration. They're just not escalators everywhere, let's put it that way. Here at Prakanong, where I just got off, I'm not sure if they have one at all. I always take the stairs, but I can certainly understand if that's an issue for some people. And once again, even if there isn't an escalator, if walking up, and it's not bad, just 2-3 flights of small stairs. If that's going to be a problem, well then you can get in the elevator. Now these are like long staircases to get up to where you pay for the BTS. Then you have to come up another deck to get to the actual train. So if all that is a problem, I'm not entirely sure. I think, yeah, obviously you still need to get up to the deck where you pay before you get on the elevator. So I'm not exactly sure how that works. I was going to say you can catch the elevator down on the street level, but you certainly can't bypass the pay window. You know what? I'm going to ride the elevator and see what's happening. All right, so this is the floor where you pay. You'll pay over here, or you'll pay over here. And they do have an escalator, and then several flights of stairs depending on what direction your train is going. But this elevator, I haven't paid to exit. You know what I mean? I jumped on the train in one stop, scanned my card, and I have not scanned my card to leave. So I'm not sure how that exactly would work if I wanted to take the escalator or the elevator like she's doing. Now she's going up. I'm gonna guess it only goes up. Hey, I'm learning as I go here. I certainly don't pretend to have all the answers. I just have seen these elevators pop up, and I think even some of these escalators are new. I don't remember these escalators way back in the day. Maybe at the large stations like Siam Station and all, they certainly had escalators and elevators, but out here, again, this is Prakanong, I don't remember seeing them. And now I'm on the street level once again, Prakanong Station, and you can see it's a pretty good flight of stairs. If you just had a knee operation or just don't want to deal with the stairs, it could be a little challenging. And once again, there's the elevator. But I know you can't go directly up to the train. You would not have paid to enter the system. So I'm gonna go try to ride it and see what happens. All right, so it's asking me if I want to go to the first deck or the second. Now the first is where you would pay for your ticket. So let's see where it drops me off. All right, well that makes sense. The elevator doors open on one side. Okay, here's what happened. So I rode it from the street, and the doors open on one side. You then need to walk or wheelchair over here, and then you pay to get in the BTS system. Now, once you've already entered the system, let me walk over there. Feels like it's gonna rain. It's getting cool and windy, and that feels great. So you'd come over here, and there's a handicap access right there. She just opened it, so you can scan your card there, and they'll help you if you need help with that gate. And then you would then beep into the system like everybody else, and then go up back to the elevator. I can't see it. It's up and to the right there, and then take the elevator up one more deck to where the trains are. And I'm hoping I'm not confusing anybody. I'm kind of confusing myself. I'll assume, so we figured out how to get on the elevator, get up, get through the system. In other words, buzz your rabbit card or pay for your one-way ticket. And then at the other station, you're obviously going to have to buzz your rabbit card again, get on the elevator, and take it down to the street level. Getting off the BTS here at Prakanong. I'm on Sukhumvit, Soi 46. And I've done other videos walking around this whole area. The big Rama 4 is just 2 blocks away. You can, if you see the traffic at the end. So you can check out those videos if this is a area that interests you. A couple of massage places. One little heads up, I've noticed something different in this past year than the other 15 visits I've had. I don't know, it was 15. I visited Bangkok and Thailand a lot, but in this last year I've just seen a huge amount of electric motorbikes, and they come up behind you almost silent. It's kind of like when the Teslas came out, and you know, that thing just comes up out of nowhere. These little motorbikes, so keep your, I'll call it your situational awareness as you're walking around. You think you know what's going on, just look over that shoulder once in a while, because a lot of these guys, not putting anybody down, but a lot of them are just zooming down the street, looking at their phone for their next delivery or taxi pickup. They're not paying attention. And if you're a dummy kind of just walking down the middle of the street, not that she's a dummy, but I've did those kind of things. One of those things can just come out of nowhere, and it could clip you. I'm not sure what's going on in here. There's a sign in Thai if it's somebody's party or wedding reception. I might walk in there until they ask me to leave and see what it is. I don't even know what this is. I just see it says hair club. It looks like an office complex, but let's walk in and take a look. This looks like there's a cafe back here, Rar Cafe, and some Instagram pictures happening in this garden setting. Here's the hair club. Haircut, color, treatment. Not sure they're open. Some more pictures going on up here. This little side soy just pops out here on Rama 4. Just 1 block up will be Sukhumvit and the BTS. Rama 4 is a very busy street. I just like wandering up these little streets. You never know what's going to be tucked away back here. You might find one of your new favorite pizza parlors or a place to get a drink. And I really like seeing these old school houses just tucked away behind an iron gate, right in the heart of the city. You can almost feel that house has been there 50, 60, 70 years, and they just kind of built the neighborhood around it.